Dear Ninjago fans and everyone else, welcome to this guided tour of Chima. Thank you for choosing me as your guide today, and I'll do my best to tell you every major aspect of our land that now holds a place in the merged lands. Our land lies on a floating island in the lands collectively known as the Wyldness. While everything that was shown in the Dragons Rising so far was from the land below, our beloved island has a lot to offer, including a possible plot of Dragons Rising Season 3 according to some speculations. It is inhabited by humanoid animals, similar in a way to Serpentine, who may have origins here, which is a topic I'll be covering in near future. We'll start our journey at the place you may have already heard about, the Forever Rock.
In Imperium, we were always taught the Wyldness was nothing but lava pools. And gross melons.
The lava wastes are but one region of my land. There are many others: diamond glaciers, the Forever Rock, boiling beach, and here, the Forest of Spirits.
Welcome to the oldest rock in all of Chima, a symbol of our land, the Forever Rock. Travelers and warriors love to carve their mark here. Latest scientific studies have shown that there is a realm passage under this rock, and currently we are having debates about a time passage being there as well. Moving west and passing through this Lion Arch, we are arriving at the Lion Tribe territory. Here, right outside of the Lion Temple, is our common area, where we all meet for special occasions such as Chi Day. Chi Day is a day when we hand out orbs of Chi to all the tribes equally to keep Chima in balance. We also do Speedos race, where the winner wins the Golden Chi, a concentrate of Chi capable of terraforming Earth. We also hold markets here, as well as celebrating Christmas. In the center of the Lion Temple, a sacred pool of Chi is located. Here, the magical water from Mount Cavora gets turned into these orbs. It contains the raw power of nature, which increases strength, speed, and stamina, as well as enhancing instincts and natural senses of those who plug it in. Just past the pool is a lion throne, where Lagravis, a king of lions, sits. From here, he gives advice to everyone in Chima who is in need of help. This room is also a meeting point for the Elder Council. The Lion Temple is built next to the lower part of Mount Cavora, and where did the upper part go? It was lifted into sky, beginning the era of modern tribes, with something called the Great Story. That's right, a mountain floating above already floating land. And let me play you the great story told by the Lion King himself.
We weren't always the advanced and sophisticated creatures we are now. Once, many centuries ago, there were no buildings or vehicles or tribes in Chima, just jungles and plains, and creatures that walked on all fours. One day, the sky opened up and blessed the land, pulling Mount Cavora from the heart of Chima. The water that flowed from this mountain was different, powerful, transformative, full of a life force we now call Chi. Those who drank from it became smarter, more complex, evolved. However, some in Chima chose not to embrace the Chi. They stayed simple and pure, vanishing into the Outlands, never to be seen again. These creatures are now known as the Legend Beasts. It is said they will return one day when Chima needs them most.
There is much more to it, but that covers the basic info just fine. Take one last look at the faces carved into the mountain before we head off to the next location. The faces represent the 8 main tribes, leaving out Beavers, the smallest non-nomadic tribe. And to the next tribe space we go. Look up to see the beauty of the Eagle Spire, built by the presumably smartest tribe in these lands. The biggest building is the library, where eagles spend most of their time. Being the tech geniuses eagles are, they created a Chi-powered lighting system. Unlike other tribes, eagles have a council that, although is led by King Ewald, is democratically voted into power. Their society is based around the community, thus sharing everything with everyone is a common practice here. And before we leave, give one last look to the stones below, as they always were a mystery to the eagles. Eglor, the chief engineer, is also the one who firstly noticed the 100-year moon coming. During that time, the moon colors to pink and causes wolves to get crazy. Not to be confused with the blood moon, which is also an event in the Wyldness connected to wolves, but I'm sure you already know this one. Continuing our tour to the wolf camp, but do not fear them, as the 100-year moon is not anywhere close. Wolves are tribal based, they fight like one body and they think like one mind. That is how they were able to build their very own helicopter, unlike lions, gorillas and some other tribes. Wolves are always on the move, so their camp changes location all the time. The largest wolf vehicle, usually parked in the middle of their camp, is Wolf Combat Lair, and it works as the main center of operation. It is also where wolves keep their most precious artifact, the Mother Tooth.
We believe every member of our tribe descended from the great Mother Wolf. She blessed us with the gifts of strength, instinct. All we have left of her is a single fang. This is the Mother Tooth, our most sacred relic.
And if you want to buy any souvenirs, now would be a good time, as we've just arrived at the Raven junkyard. Ravens are true capitalists of this world, and profit is the only thing they care about. If you want to buy anything, they are likely to have it here, somewhere, though it may be hard to find among all the trash. But beware of Frigga, a local alchemist who is a hybrid of eagle and raven. He will sell you things beyond your imagination, such as a mind-controlling potion, but there will always be consequences he won't warn you about. Moving to a household of yet another tribe, we can see the Rhino quarry. Here, rhinos live and mine rocks, so they can then either sell or eat them. They like to break the rocks into smaller ones. That is true except for one boulder they couldn't break, so they threw it into the bottom of the quarry. Rhinos are usually called the dumbest tribe of Chima, but that is because their only way of writing is carving into stone tablets, which is very time consuming. After a short ride, we arrive at the doorstep of Sanctuary Forest, where the bear village is built. Although they sleep most of the time, or basically every time, they are one of the strongest tribes in Chima. That is, if they wake up. It is unfair to assume they are lazy though, because bears share their dreams, and while asleep do the same stuff as everyone else. And getting into the actual Sanctuary Forest itself, we can find the settlement of the gorilla tribe. Their village is built on large tree, and the homes are carved into the fruit of said tree. It can take weeks for a gorilla family to eat their way for a new bedroom. The gorillas are also called the most peaceful tribe, with love for flowers and meditations. Their goal is achieving the Great Mellow, though tribes outside gorillas tend to not understand what that is. Moving alongside this creek, we will soon be at the Crocodile Swamp. This creek separates Chima from the Outlands. Poisonous plants there are causing a green haze to cover local ground. Not many have gone there, and even less have returned. And finally, home of the last tribe who has a face carved into Mount Cavora, the Crocodile Swamp. Not only it is home to crocodiles, it also serves as a habitat to many endemic plants, such as the Perseid plant or a billow plant, which is a strange balloon-like plant with helium inside. It can make you float or sound really funny. Crocodiles are one of the most powerful tribes in all of Chima, and the only tribe with a real navy. Alongside wolves, they are the only land tribe who has a functioning helicopter. And speaking about wolves, they are obligated to serve the Crocodile King, woven by the Pledge of the Pack. And why would wolves promise such a thing?
Years ago, during our alpha troubles, wolves were scavengers back then, always fighting amongst themselves to be the tribe's alpha male. The Crocodile King Crominus saved us. He taught us to live and fight as one. For this, we gave him the Pledge of the Pack, promising to forever assist the King of the Crocs.
One of our final stops is the Beaver Lodge, home to the shortest tribe in Chima. It is unsure how beavers got smaller than other tribes. It is also not known why beavers don't have a face carved into the Mount Cavora, but one thing is for sure, if you need anything fixed, they're guys for the job. Work is their life, and they'll be more than happy to fix or build anything. Their motto being "fix it" just proves the point. Moving through the falling jungle, you're likely to notice the falling branches. That is because the trees in falling jungle grow in all directions, including sideways and downwards. It is an extremely dangerous place since trees can topple over without warning, so I will encourage you to not step out of the vehicle. Through the jungle, we arrived at the Fangs, a place filled with strange sharp rocks, gorges and cracks in the ground in every direction. A battle between lions and crocodiles took place here not so long ago, where in a tragic accident both king and queen of the crocodile tribe lost their lives, here at the Gorge of Eternal Depth. If you listen carefully, you could hear growls and whispers coming from its deepest corners. And if we move south, we arrive at our final destination, the Spiral Mountain. There is a path that winds its way around and up the mountain. It was most likely carved. Or wasn't it? The truth is, no one really knows. But it is said that here you can watch the best sunset in all of Chima. But that's on you to judge.